Good afternoon, class. My name is William Dunn, and I'm here to talk to you all about tonsil stones. I want to inform you guys on tonsil stones and the cause of tonsil stones and some of the things that they might cause in your life. They are known to cause bad breath, soreness of throat, which we all go through these problems once in our life. Or no, this is a common process. It's common, very common in our life. Some people might think it's the food you ate or your dental hygiene or many things like that which cause bad breath or even soreness of throat. Then you be like, well, maybe I have sore throat because it's the winter time, instead of actually looking into it as you might have tonsil stones, which a lot of people really don't know about. Tonsil stones is something that's located in the back of your throat. It's a small little white particle stone that's located in the back of your throat alongside your tonsil. Your tonsil is a tissue gland that's installed on the back of your throat to help fight bacteria infections. So when debris starts to harden the back of your throat, which can be from things you ate or even the weather, but most like things you ate or just kind of bacteria that's been fighting, that's built up in the back of your throat. A lot of people tend to think, like I said, it's really your dental hygiene. So if you really want to know more about tonsil stone, I would recommend you pay close attention to this. Okay, so like when finding tonsil stones, there's many ways to determine if you have tonsil stone. They are located in the back of your throat. So if you ever look in the mirror one day and you look in the back of your throat and you see like a white little stone in the back of your throat, that's a tonsil stone. Or even your coughing can bring up tonsil stones, or like you're trying to get mucus out, also bring up tonsil stones also. And it's a smaller white particle that's have a very, very foul odor on it, which you really do a thing like, what is this, something I ate, or is it peanut or anything like that? But another thing, cashews and peanuts are another cause of tonsil stones also, just to let you know about that. So tonsil stones are created, like I said, by the tonsil, which are filled from debris or glands from fighting bacteria, which cause tonsil stones. There are smaller white particles in the back of the throat, that can cause tonsil stones. So there are many different ways to fight tonsil stones, but there are no ways really to prevent tonsil stones. So tonsil stones can be fought by yourself or through going through a doctor for a medical assistant. But if you tend to have tonsil stones and you feel like you can remove them yourself, the best way to do it is gargle in some warm salty water. Not real hot water, just enough warm water that you can bury in your mouth, and just gargle it to the back of your throat. But when you do it, you want to make sure you hold your head back at a point so that the salt, the warm salty water, can also gargle alongside your tonsils, because that's where the tonsil stones are normally held at. So that is one of the common ways to do it. You can do that. Practice that daily if you feel like you are encountered by tonsil stone, or if you see them along the back of your glands, you can take a small little thing like a toothpick and just put it in there and just softly, very, very soft, and just hit the glands and knock the tonsil stone down. But you have to remember that when using a Q-tip or any small item back there along your tonsil, you have to be very, very careful, because your tonsil can tear, or you can damage your tonsil, which will cause a bigger issue at hand, which it might lead to you removing your tonsils. That's another way to do it also, get rid of tonsil stones, is have your tonsil removed, and then you won't have to worry about it. But I think they still can reoccur about it, like with things you eat, or the bacteria being alongside your jaws, the backside of your jaws. So, or if you want to go to a doctor to seek medical attention, like I said, either they can remove your tonsils, or they can give you some mouthwash that can be used 3 to 4 times a day to remove the tonsil stone. I have been dealing with tonsil stones for years, and the way I found out about it was I just Googled a smelly white stone from my mouth, which led me to tonsil stone. And then I started reading about it, and I was like, dang, I really have tonsil stones, because I cough a lot, I see them, but I never seen them hanging in the back of my throat. And then I also was having a sore throat at least 3 to 4 times a year, and I was like wondering, why do I keep having a sore throat? And I take some medicine and it'll go away. So then, like I said, I Googled it. It gave me tonsil stones and told me the symptoms, the cause of it. And then I just started doing things to help fight the tonsil stone before they get real bad. So I gargle the warm salty water at least 3 to 4 times a day, and I also tends to watch certain things I eat. So if I know if I eat peanuts, something like that, that it will cause tonsil stone, or even inflammation on your tonsil can lead to tonsil stone also. So I say, if you have bad breath and you want to figure out why you got bad breath, you don't want to go to a dentist and spend no money, I say look into tonsil stones, because that is a common thing that we all fight daily throughout our life, which help us to lower your insurance and have to worry about the copay going to a doctor. But tonsil stones is something we all go through, and I feel like if you have bad breath, tonsil stones is what you might have. So gargle that water, keep the bad breath down.